everybody's giving me a hard time about, look at this escargot. Anyway, this year it's estimated some 2.5 million high school seniors will graduate, with roughly half of those kids going on to some form of post-secondary education. Where will the other half go? What'll they do? Well, one New York chef has been cooking up some answers.
The knife blade. And whenever you're working with a sharp knife, always have Band-Aids handy.
Noted author and chef Richard Grausman is teaching the art of French cooking. But his class isn't at any culinary institute. Welcome to the home economics class at Julia Richmond High School in Manhattan. Sacre bleu, French cooking and home economics?
It's a program that introduces to the kids French cooking, tastes that they've never tasted before, flavors that they haven't experienced, in an attempt to elevate their appreciation for food. Now, once the bottom is firmed up,
Richard Grausman is behind a pilot program in this and 11 other high schools throughout New York City. Some might ask, how could the cash-starved New York City school system afford a French cooking class? How could it not? Without a class like this, the closest many would get to the food industry is serving up burgers and fries. Instead, they'll have a chance on the culinary fast track as opposed to serving fast food.
You feel it sticking to your hand?
Seen on this home video last summer, Grausman volunteered his time training 11 home ec teachers, then got his book publisher, Workman, to kick in some cash and books. Others donated kitchen equipment.
Shake and stir.
To find out how the program is progressing, home ec teacher Gloria Tandurgian says you only need look at her students.
I see a big change in them. We see them from September up until the point now. They've grown. You can see their skills get better, their communication skills get better, and they're more tolerant.
For students like Latrice Goodwine, the chance to learn French cooking from Richard means a lot.
It means like I'm special, you know, things like that. Maybe we really are good. Makes me feel that way.
A number of the kids have told me that they went home very proud and they cooked something that their mother can't cook. They did a chocolate souffle for the whole family. It's what my desire initially was, to have the kids take this back to the homes, to the people who perhaps they know how to cook, but their repertoire is limited.
Richard Grausman feels whether it's a high school boy or girl or correspondent, basics can be taught, basics that can enrich your life.
That's good enough. How about a little butter for your pan?
What's the common mistake people make with omelets?
Letting the eggs sit on the bottom of the pan too long, they get hard. All right, the pan's hot, the butter's hot. Pour it in, okay, and you start to stir right away.
Okay.
That's it, you're doing great there. You take the strawberries and put some in the center.
Okay.
I'll just move these eggs around a little bit.
Oh, I'm supposed to go against...
Across the
handle there.
Try to get the spatula underneath and just flip it over. Push it down in the pan a little more. Great, now you put that down. Put the spatula down.
Okay.
You can, yeah, you're right, you can fold that over a little bit if you'd like, just to have it symmetrical.
Gotcha.
Then you take your hand underneath the handle. That's great.
Making a fine omelet isn't the program's only goal. The other is to prepare these kids for life once they graduate from high school. A diploma's nice, but a skill and a diploma are even better.
What I didn't really realize was that the percentage of kids that don't go on to higher education today is somewhere around 50%. And many of those don't know what they're going to do once they leave high school. And to be able to come out of a 2 years of home ec with the ability to chop, dice, slice, make souffles, omelets, work sauces, they have the immediate ability to go and get a good job.
Nobody knows just how many of these kids will go on to become top chefs or even work in the food industry. But that doesn't matter to Richard. He's just returning a favor.
Well, I remember I took a class by accident with Jim Beard, and it was that one class that opened the door for me to go through and try new things. And when you can open doors for people, to show them the possibilities, it's a gift that you're giving them.
And Richard reports that the program is going to spread to 6 more New York City high schools. Next year it's going to move to Milwaukee, and now California high schools are looking at doing the same program of French cooking in the class.
And the kids have to really stick with it. It's not an easy thing to whip up the French souffle.
No, it's not. And the interesting thing, he says, it's involving other parts of the school. The French classes are coming in, math classes are coming in because they're dealing with metrics as far as measuring. So it's become a school-wide project.
Thank